Okay, Asia session done. Took one trade on GJ. GJ hard time frame breakout levels are all bullish. Daily, monthly, weekly breakout levels are bullish. Peak buys are bullish as well. We broke out above previous month high, so monthly traders are in breakout, and we've broken out above the previous week high. Weekly traders are in breakout as well. Something that I've seen and that I've mentioned in all my recent GJ videos is that we flipped this monthly breakout level. This is a breakout low, and whenever you flip a breakout low and trade above it, or you flip a breakout high and you trade below it, those only occur at swing points. That flip of a breakout level doesn't occur at anywhere else on the chart except at a swing point. So whenever I see that flip, I'm always looking to trade away from the peak formation that it creates. So in the case of GJ, lots of bullish confluence pushing this market up. I was only looking for buys. So coming into today's session, 7 a.m. Tokyo Market Open, I see that it's a bullish breakout day. I'm looking for buys above the daily breakout level. We've broken out above the previous H8 high, so that's a good sign. Lots of bullish pressure, but I did not want to buy right into the previous day high. Something else that I saw in the H8 time frame, there are two opposite facing fake out bars in a row, a bearish fake out bar that fakes out that previous high and a bullish fake out bar that fakes out the previous low. Whenever I see two opposite facing fake out bars in a row, that's one definition of a range for me. I extend the highs and the lows, and I do not want to trade until price gets out of this range. I much prefer price to come down and fake out the low to take it up, but in this case, price got up and broke out of this range. So a breakout for me needs to break out of something. It doesn't just have to break out of a previous day high. It really needs to break out of some sort of consolidation, some sort of range. So in this case, it broke out of that range, and I'm looking to take a one bar entry on this. Most breakouts fail, so whenever I take a breakout, it's always one bar stops, high risk, high reward. And I generally don't have targets. I'm looking to trail the move, but in this case, there was a target on the daily. Whenever I flip these monthly breakout levels, I'm moving back up. I always have an idea of where the next breakout level is, and I'm looking to trade right to that level. So in this case, came right up there, reacted exactly at that level, and I ended up taking partials here, about 1.7 R, and I'm looking to trail this move, and let's see how far it wants to go. So it took partials because we have hard time frame confluence all pushing up. 100% of my rules are all valid to take it up. Breakout bias, peak bias, everything is pushing up. All the levels are bullish as well. So no reason for me to exit in full. Just going to see how far this runs, and let's see if this wants to go. So been attempting this move up many times in recent days, and a lot of times these breakout levels, the higher time frame ones, it usually takes a number of attempts until it will finally move if it wants to move. So the only thing I can do is just make sure that I always have my analysis on this on point and looking to trade this move whenever price sets up for me to take this. So setup for me today, breakout setup on the daily, and looking to take this move up, and let's see if it wants to continue up. And that's it. That's the only trade I took in Asia. In Asia, I was also looking at gold, but it did not fake out anything for me and needed a fake out of a low over here to take this up. It did fake out the H4 low, but did not. I much preferred if this is much lower than this. I wouldn't take a H4 fake out right up here. And it's a lot of it is because it's too high up for me, but in specifically the previous day high is right there. I did not want to trade right into that. The stops here. This is not a breakout trade, so whenever I take non-breakout trades, I put my stops at a reasonable place. There's no way I'm going to take an entry like this. So did not take gold. Nothing set up for me on gold. I've been saying recently that it's just been really difficult for me to find entries on gold. It's not giving me any setups with the way that I trade. No setups for me. So missing this nice move up, but it is what it is. No setups for me. I don't trade movement. I trade setups. The other one I was looking at, Nikkei. So on Nikkei, it's a bearish breakout day. Was looking for a high of the day sell, but there was a range on the H1 inside bar right here on the H1. Whenever I see an inside bar, I extend the previous highs and lows, previous bars, highs and lows. That's another definition of a range for me. And I was waiting for price to come up to fake out that high to take it down. So technically, this did set up for me, faked out the H8 high, and I could have taken it down from here but I much prefer a fake out of that higher range, especially when I'm so close to it. So did not take this move, and so I missed this move, but I think it's a reasonable one to skip because I had a real reason for why I did not take this move. So whenever I miss a move or skip a move, I always need some sort of logical reason why I did not take it. And so this was the reason why it did not fake out that high of the range. And that's it. So only trade I took was on GJ. I also managed my UJ trade. Took one on UJ last night. This one you could see in my New York session recap. Took this trade. You can see why I took it. And I'm still in this, holding this through, and let's see how far this wants to go. So it did fake out the H8 high and came back down, but we're still in breakout on the day. So as long as we stay above this daily breakout level, the previous day high yesterday, the daily would close as close in breakout. So there's no reason to exit your trade when the daily is still in breakout. I just see this as a pullback. Didn't sweat it. I was right here at the low. Was protected by a range. There was a range on the H1. It's somewhere here. I'll draw it out here. The inside bar. There's a range on the H1. So again, inside bars, I extend the previous bars, highs and lows, and I was protected by that. No need to um, exit my position. Lots of traders like to go break even really quickly. That's not really my style. The moment that you go break even, you lose the protection of all these levels. And if I did go break even, I would have been taken out. So I like to hold my trades at the original stop loss as long as I can. In this case, we're still bullish above the previous day high. So why would I want to exit a trade when the daily is still bullish? So ended up closing as a breakout. And so then I trade the next day as a breakout. I'm looking for buys above this. Did not have a nice setup for a buy. I was considering um, adding into my position with this M15 low fake out. So whenever you break out for my setups, whenever you break out of a previous high and a day high, the way I enter is color coded red here. The way that I enter is a retracement. Need a previous M15 low fake out to take this up. Had the H8 high breakout and the previous day high breakout right at the same level. That's a breakout setup for me. And it did set up for that M15 low fake out. But I just did not want to take this one. And a lot of it is because I put my position into GJ instead, and I did not want to. If this failed, I would have lost both trades most likely. So that's why I did not enter another position on this. And so now I'm just trailing this up. We're at the previous year high. I'm probably going to take partials right after this video and then trail my runners. So again, same thing on this one. If you missed it yesterday, flip that breakout level, and this is why I took it. You can see yesterday why I'm taking it. Next level is going to be at this monthly breakout level. Let's see if it can get all the way there. But again, monthly setups, I'm looking to hold for longer moves. And yeah, so that's it for Asia session. And now I'm going to wait for London.